Ooh, hold on. I need to check this because everything looks really blue, and I don't know if it's just my computer or if it's, yeah, it's just my computer. Okay. Like, because this is green, and on my screen it looks very blue. I don't know why um, the camera is not focusing right. Anyways, sorry about that. Well, hello, welcome back. It is day 23 of learning how to sculpt, which turned into learning how to draw. And today we are doing continuous contour line drawing. Continuous contour line drawing. Yep. So yesterday the um, objects that we were drawing was a bubble bottle. Bubble bottle. You can. It's the bubble thing. Whatever. It's the bottle of the bubble stuff and a scissor with a rock. And then, so I'm gonna like, well, first we're gonna do the exercise, which we're gonna get to, but this is gonna be the group because yesterday's drawings were not very good. It turns out that not picking up your pen is really, really hard to get like the shapes down and stuff. So I want to like see if I can get like a better drawing than what I was able to come up with yesterday. So we're gonna start with drawing these. Then today, I think this would be a fun challenge because the book, like this is, I guess, a bookmark for this book. I'm not okay. We're gonna flip that over because there is no way I'm gonna try to do words on this exercise. Okay, so I think this would be kind of interesting because there's that like attachment. So drawing the the book with the shooting star attached to it with the ribbon would be kind of cool, and then somehow incorporate this into it. I'm not really sure how that's gonna work. It could be like a bridge under the ribbon or something, or it could be a shape on the in the book, which that would just be annoying. I don't know. We have time to figure that one out though because the first one we're doing we already had that set up from yesterday, so figure that out. I might also find another object to use instead of the wand. I thought I was gonna do the car. Why did I pick up the wand? I was planning on doing the car. We're gonna switch to the car eraser. Yeah, that'll be. That'll be. Oh no, where'd my pen go? Okay. So let's get started. My voice is doing a lot better today, as I don't know if anyone can notice or not. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's get started drawing lines. And I have kept the pages because I kind of just want to see what it looks like at the end, see if there's any noticeable progression. Um, oh, so I was looking at the videos, and the way the videos are titled, the way they're titled, I can't actually figure out if the chapters will match up with the videos just because the line drawing, the contour drawing, the stuff that I think this is I think there's gonna be like 3 videos on that. And in the first chapter of the How to Draw book, that's just one section. And then it goes into shading and negative spaces where I don't see these videos going into that. So I think it's going to be like an entire 12 videos before there's even the change in chapter. But I don't, because I thought perspectives, so it's not, because perspectives is a different chapter. Perspectives is like, I think it's like chapter 6 in the book or something like that. Whereas I think this guy does perspectives within the 12 videos, somewhere in the 12 videos. So I could be wrong then, just knowing that, but I don't see them going into, I don't see the videos going into like the negative space and stuff like that. So it might be I have to find either some other videos or we just skip that part of the chapter, go on. And so it doesn't match up nicely, which makes sense because it's 2 various different curriculums. So I think what I'll end up doing is changing. I think let's see, we're on day 23. So when I reach the video that gets into shading, I think that's when I'll try to redraw the logo. Because, yeah, we're on day 23. I have to have learned something by now. And so far I've learned warming up before drawing is very important. I've also learned that shapes are really hard to draw. Like, it really takes a steady hand, and I do not have a steady hand. Yeah, sorry. Today's gonna be a pretty quiet stream. I was gonna go and look for topics to talk about. I was like, yep, and then grocery shopping happened. And preparing the meals and everything, and I just completely forgot that's what I wanted to do. I also didn't end up having any free time because by the time it just seemed like once I finished one thing, another thing would pop up. So I didn't actually get to like sit down and try to get anything else done. Which is fine because tomorrow it's pretty much. No, tomorrow's gonna be an oh no, tomorrow's not gonna be easy because I forgot stuff, so I have to go back out and get more food. Yeah, I'm making shepherd's pie and I forgot the vegetables. Now, I could just use regular corn and peas because we have a ton of corn and peas. But I like to use the, oh gosh. Oh yeah, it's Del Monte, the Del Monte veggie medley. I know that's not how you're supposed to make shepherd's pie, but I really don't like those. Like, I don't like peas on their own, so I try to I do the medley because it's the most It's all the veggies that I normally don't eat all in one place, and it's mixed in with mashed potatoes, gravy, and ground beef. So it's just like um there's like, okay, cool, I can get something in my diet that I normally don't have in my diet, and not really gonna matter how it tastes because there's all this other stuff going on since it's just like a what's that word? Oh gosh, I can't pronounce it. It's manipulation. Oh gosh. I know this word too, and it just all of a sudden I'm just like, I can't pronounce it. Amalgamation. Amalgamation. Amalgamation of food. Wow. One day, one day I'll be able to stream where I can talk and normally and not have a lot of words just run away when right in the middle of using them. Other than that, yeah, so I forgot those. I forgot to get milk because we ran out of milk. I remember um, growing up, we used to get glass bottles of milk and it would arrive on our doorstep. I think, like, if not every morning, it was like twice or three times a week. And the milk would taste so good because, right, it's like straight from the farm. It's not like it hasn't been like sent right over and stuff. And you would return the bottles and then you would get more. And I just haven't set that up here because I guess there's places that still do stuff like that. You just have to sign up for it and find them, and I forgot. But there is nothing like the taste of farm fresh milk. I don't know. I really like it. And I haven't had it in a really long time. So I'm excited that, like, if that they still do that because I thought it was just a bygone thing, kind of like rotary phones and house phones and landlines. That's what I'm trying to get at. Landlines. And TVs with antennas on them. I guess even cable TVs, like, what? Is obsolete? Is there even such thing as cable TV anymore? Like, do people still have cable TV or satellite TV, like, where there's actual TV stations and you're not just streaming things? Because that's all we do here. We just stream. I have no idea if there's actual cable. Um, no, hotels still have cable. That's right. Okay, so cable TV is still a thing. Okay, cool. Um, oops, I didn't even need to do that. So, um, I forgot what I was getting at. Oh, I was just making a point. That was the point, but I don't remember why I was making that point. Um, oh, the milk. Yes, I need to get milk. I need to get the medley vegetables, and then I need to get. Oh, bread. Bread was the third item. Yeah, those were the three things I forgot. Is like, how do you forget bread and milk when those are the main staples of absolutely any grocery list? Because life happens. Yeah, I'm actually surprised because there was a lot of things that didn't make it on the list that I thought I was gonna forget, and I didn't. And then I ended up even buying things that wasn't originally on the list, or that I hadn't even thought about until I got to the grocery store. Because that happens, thanks to marketing, which I'm learning. If you want a business, whatever I've heard it said, that marketing is literally the most, it's like the major expense of having a company, because you need to market, you need to get your name out there and stuff like that. It's not something that you could just hope word of mouth gets you through and gets you by. You really need to work on marketing. You really need to get your name out there, get like ads and stuff like that, or flyers, anything. Oh, which reminds me, and I wish I had the money because I thought this was amazing, and I really wish I had the money to help support these people. But it was a cleaning service, and I think that I haven't actually researched them, but they left cards on absolutely every mailbox in my area. It was their business card. It was taped onto everyone's mailbox. I was like, I wish I had the money to hire you, because the fact that you went out and taped these and had these made kind of already shows that this company isn't afraid of hard work. And it's just because it was kind of like, so when we did the paper route, we didn't have to do this. It was just something that my mom made us do, and it turns out it's like good work practices to do. But we would write out we would write out thank you cards for anyone who gave us tips. We would um if when we first got the route, we went around and asked, hey, where do you want your newspaper placed? And then anyone who was new would we would just, in the first paper we delivered with them, we would ask them, hey, where do you want us to place your newspaper? And then we also would, um, if they went on vacation, we would hold the newspaper for them so they wouldn't have to go through the newspaper itself, because sometimes it would get messed up or we wouldn't get the package, or so. It was weird, right? And I was just a kid, so I was doing this with my dad. We would get the money. Um, but it was like just a thing, just be like, yep, instill good work ethic. It's an easy thing to do, and it also creates responsibility and stuff like that. And we got a lot of perks because every house that we delivered paper to, and we would go to every house that we delivered paper to for Halloween, and they would have special Halloween bags for us. But that's because like we were really good, and we put like a lot of effort into making sure the papers arrived early, making sure the papers arrived in good condition and stayed in good condition, and that they were placed where they need to place. And then if we went on vacation, we would always say, hey, we're going on vacation. This is the person who's going to be doing your your paper, well, who's going to be delivering your paper while we're out. So if there's a problem or something happened, call them instead of calling the newspaper, because the newspaper charges you, or at least ours did. And so we would always find a substitute and stuff for when we were on vacation. And then, but what was the point of saying all of this? Oh, but right, like, so it instills like good work ethic, and but like, so that you have us who is doing the paper and stuff like that, and it was kind of funny because they would say you're more reliable than the mail person, and the post office, their motto, I don't know if it's still their motto, but wasn't their motto? It does not have a model anymore. Neither snow nor rain nor heat nor gloom of night stays these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds. It is a passage from the Persian Wars by Greek historian Herodotus. And it describes the Persian postal service during the wars between the Greeks and the Persians from 500 to 449 BC. The phrase became associated with the United States Postal Service after it was engraved on the exterior of the New York City General Post Office in 1896. The mission of the United States Postal Service is to provide reliable, affordable, and universal mail service. And I do know that Ben Franklin was the one who like instilled it. Huh. That's insane. That's pretty cool. Look at the things that we'll learn in random rabbit holes for some reason. Yep, we're going down all the rabbit holes tonight because I can't think of anything else. Um, and I think that's pretty much every conversation with me on these videos. Um, yeah, so I guess that's not their motto. But they do a good job, right? Like they're out there in all kinds of weather and their vans suck and everything like that. But our person like just what I mean, because this was also a time where you'd have people who were used to getting their um mail, right? You're used to getting your mail by a certain point of a day. It used to be, or at least that's what it used to be. I've been out of knowing how the mail works for a while. I'm trying to get back because I now own a house. But I'm so we must have been in the thing where it kind of started changing from like the no from like early afternoon to like whenever during the day, and so we were always around the same time. We would deliver around the same time regardless, and so we would get comments like, "Hey, you're doing better than postal service." Anyways, I was just saying that there's definitely a difference, and people definitely appreciate hard work, and sometimes marketing and how you market can show people how your work ethic, like, or what's important, right? Because like right now I'm like this is something that I'm doing in my free time as a hobby, as something to kind of just relax and do in my spare time. So it's just streams, there's no music, um there's no real thought put into the stream beforehand. It's kind of like, yep, show up, let's just get some drawing and then go. So in terms of a business or anything like that, it doesn't look it there's no great work ethic. It doesn't mean that I can't have good work ethic. It just means that this particular project doesn't get the whole full throttle of, say, somebody who's trying to create a channel to make it a business. So they're gonna make sure they have the music, make sure they have this set up, like, because right, even my camera is funky and does weird things for no reason. So when you want to show, hey, yep, I'm gonna have a good business model, good practice. I'm gonna have the videos planned out. I'm gonna make sure they're edited. I'm gonna make sure that there's a cool thumbnail and stuff, and there's like an ending and credits and all these other things, right? In an intro, and just kind of and like create your brand and stuff like that. So there's gonna be a lot of thought, a lot of effort, a lot of work put into presenting your channel. Like I said, this is a hobby kind of experimental project for a year. And I wanted to see what it would look like. So this is more of like an experiment than actually creating a brand. And if from the experiment it's like, okay, this is actually something, I would then have to put effort into it to then market it. But then I would also have, but see, like I've also kind of hurt myself because I will already have had a reputation and people would have already either seen my videos and stuff like that. So, but that's the risk that I took because this is what I want to do with it. So it's just, um, it's just the way things work, I guess. And it's just, you gotta decide, okay, what is it that you want to do and what is it that you don't want to do. And I don't know how we got into this conversation because I was literally talking about grocery shopping. And now I'm getting into content creating and work ethic. Okay. So yeah, like if anyone else has any other ideas or not advice, critiques and drawing advice, I would appreciate anything and getting any type of feedback for what I should be doing, if there's anything I'm doing right, anything I'm doing wrong. I have been having a lot of fun with this, which is why I've came back here for 23 days. And yeah. Okay. I've done a lot of triangles. And I started connecting them for no reason whatsoever. And then I was like, oh, I should space them out. And I think the squares are pretty good. Oh, yeah, rectangles. That's what we said needed to happen. I need to practice rectangles. That's annoying. You know, like that's when you feel like you need to sneeze and then you just don't sneeze. Yep, that just happened. Um, yeah, so I forgot milk, bread, and learned the origin of a motto associated with the United States Postal Service. And no, I'm not going to say it again because it's not up and I don't have it memorized. Um, yep. Where should the conversation go from here? Like, I see these lines and I either think of the, oh, you know that it's the stupidest game, but it's literally like I am bored and I have nothing better to do, and or maybe people like this, but that's when I would play this. And then you've got the moving platform, and you got the ball moving and it hits, and you gotta like get the ball so it can hit back and stuff. I don't know what that game's called. That's all that goes through my head when I'm drawing these. Yep. Maybe that's why that's kind of what they look like. Maybe they're a little too thick for the platform, and some of them are a little bit too long. But the platform gets longer. No, the isn't it the does the platform start start long and then it gets smaller and smaller? Or is it the platform starts small and then it gets longer and longer? No, because you want the challenge, so it would make more sense for it to get smaller and smaller. So apparently I've been doing warm up for 30 minutes. So I think it's time to try to start drawing. Okay, let's flip over this page and get started on the first group of objects. Let's see. Yeah, it's just gonna have to be off screen. Oh, I'm sorry. I think that there's a settings where I can get rid of the autofocus. I don't know if I'd want to get rid of the autofocus. I'd have to look at the manual. I'm thinking I might want to. Okay. So let's start with the bottle. Okay. And this is the hook. Oh, this one's not going to be a good drawing. Okay, then this is 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3. And then I don't know why this always ends up being weird. I can never get the handle. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. I'm left-handed, so this is probably the most annoying thing for you guys to see when I'm drawing. You can't really see anything. I have no idea why I can't do the scissors. See, it just goes. There's something with that. This just gets really weird when I don't know why that happens. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, I'm gonna give myself 2 more tries, and then because honestly at this point, the only thing that's really bad is the handle of the scissors, so I think I'm okay to move on from that. So let's see. Circle. And the hook goes 1, 2, 3, up. 1, do? I think this is cross. Yep. No. We're gonna go up here. Do that, and then the rock is right here. Not bad. That actually came out a lot better than I was expecting. No. This is the line that you're supposed to be following, though. There we go. Santa looks a bit better than what it's been looking like, including the times from yesterday. So that's cool. I think I'm just gonna try to draw the scissors right now because I really do want to like try to get that handle down. Okay, so oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Drawing a continuous line is really, really hard. Okay. So that's the first group of objects. Now for the second group of objects, and that's going to be the book, the ribbon attached to the book and the shooting star, and then a car eraser. Because I didn't have a ton of trouble the first time around drawing the eraser. Alright, so I want to figure out how I want to have this set up. And I'm really just trying to keep the knot as tight as possible so it's a little bit easier to draw. Okay. So I think there we go. Awesome. Alright, now this is flat and straight, and I am doing that on purpose because that's just going to be a whole lot harder to draw if it's not straight. And I don't want to like waste a whole lot of detail on the ribbon. we'll see how like how good the first one is, and then excuse me, it snuck up on me. The sneeze. And then the car. I like that. I like that. The only problem is now it's taking up all the space I need to draw. I don't want that to move. I like how that looks. Okay. Yeah, I know it's supposed to be continuous drawing. It would help if everything touched, but I really like the idea of the car, like, fishing. You see the books fishing for a car with the. Anyways, no, I don't think that's how it's gonna be drawn, but I like the idea of the car driving underneath the path of the shooting star. Here, let's see. And then if I move. That might actually work. That might look pretty cool. I'm gonna go with the hardest object first, which is the shooting star. So obviously none of this is to scale. And I mean, it's not the worst. It's very much not to scale, and yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Um, let's see what I can do a little bit differently. Okay, so maybe I start with the book. let's try starting with the book and see how that works. Okay. And this right here is supposed to show the indentation of, because the book has the little indent on its spine. That's what the long oval shape was supposed to be. Okay. Let's see. Maybe if I do this, it'll kind of show the indent of the book. Alright, oh, whoops. Okay. So then alright, and then we'll go to the star, I think. Okay. And then just want to do a little circle, and then the star. Alright. Oh, this is getting so bad. I don't know what happened. The ribbon looks better. This star's a lot better than the first one. The car is terrible. And the book actually did a little bit better when I added that binding, so that was pretty cool. I do have room for one more. Let's see if I can do better when I do it long ways. So I like the idea of starting with the book. Let's start with this side. And then I forgot. So this looks really bad because I kind of forgot what that they were supposed to go. Yeah, anyways, let's do the star. Of course. That's fine. That can just be big. It's okay. Okay. So let's start with the tiny rectangle. And then a circle here. A circle here. That actually looks pretty. That actually looks not bad. There's a couple of things that I would like change, kind of like this right here, but it's not really. It's not bad considering it's just one continuous line. I still have no idea what this is, but it kind of makes it look like I'm attempting to do whatever the heck is going on with the ribbon over there. Okay, that is all the time I have for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining me. Again, if you have any tips or advice or critiques on my drawings or what I could be doing to improve my drawing, please let me know. And I will see you all again next time. And I think tomorrow we'll continue with the continuous contour line drawing, and then on Thursday I'll move to the next lesson. So thank you all so much for joining me and watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.